It said there's about $100 billion shortfall in the Cal pension system for government workers. Can you take that down?
We can. You're right. It's a $100 billion unfunded liability between pension and health care. And what happened, of course, is when Jerry Brown was governor, he gave away the right to collective bargain to public service employee unions, and his chief of staff, Gray Davis, gave away the store. And we have an inability to pay $100 billion of unfunded liabilities. So here's what we have to do. We've got to increase retirement ages from 50 to 55 for public safety workers and from 55 to 65 for the rank and file civil servants. We're going to have to extend vesting periods, increase the contribution that employees make to their retirement. And for the rank and file civil service, we're going to have new people come in under a different plan, a 401k style plan that the private sector has used for many years. But the truth is we have got to get our arms around this. 15 other states have. Californians have not stepped up to the plate. And as governor, I will, because this will cause California to run out of money.
I believe you've said publicly that you can cut $15 billion. So coming back to this $20 billion state deficit, how do you close the remaining $5 billion if you were successful in Sacramento, which is really kind of a cesspool of politics? But 15, you're still 5 short. What are you thinking on that?
You put Californians back to work. We have lost $20 billion of tax revenues, roughly, because of the recession and because of rising unemployment rates. So the number one priority is you've got to put Californians back to work. There is no way out of this financial mess unless you reduce the unemployment rate. Because, Larry, you understand this. When unemployment rates are high, you've got declining tax revenues, but you've also got increasing costs. We're running $237 million a week in unemployment benefits in California. So we're in a financial vice. So that's why I'm actually here in Orange County today talking about how we're going to put Californians back to work and reduce that unemployment rate. I've got a plan to create 2 million new private sector jobs by 2015, and that's absolutely essential to return California.
What would your first step be for that plan to create a couple million new jobs, which I agree would certainly generate growth and revenues for better tax collection? Where would you start, Meg, to put these folks back to work?
Well, the very first thing is I want to put a moratorium on all new regulations on day one in office. We have bureaucratic regulation, layered upon regulation. We have agencies that are regulating the same thing. So let's streamline our regulations. Let's get an ability to have an ombudsman to keep California businesses in California. And then I want to do targeted tax cuts to make sure we don't lose another job to a neighboring state. We're still the innovation capital of America, Larry, but we're losing too many jobs overseas and to neighboring states. And we've got to become more competitive. And that's going to be the targeted tax cuts, streamlining regulation. And then I will be the very best salesperson for California business. I want to put a digital billboard outside the governor's office showing how we're doing on keeping jobs in California.
Is there any way, I mean, you've got the top, or among the 2 or 3 top personal tax rates in the country and corporate tax rates. I think the Tax Foundation, Nonpartisan Tax Foundation, rates the California business tax climate as 48th out of 50. Is there any chance for marginal tax rate relief?
There is, but it's going to take a little bit of time because the truth is we cannot afford a 10% across-the-board tax cut right now. You know, it's totally unrealistic given that we've got a $20 billion budget deficit, and an unrealistic plan is an irresponsible plan. It will only serve to increase the debt load on California. We're already carrying the highest debt load we've ever had, $53 billion of debt in California. Next year, just to service that debt will be $7.1 billion, nearly 10% of the general fund. So it's unrealistic right now. So ultimately, let's get people back to work. Let's cut $15 billion of spending out of the budget. And then let's turbocharge the economy by making sure that we can then put in place an across-the-board tax cut. So I want to do an across-the-board tax cut. It's just not realistic right now.
All right. Many thanks to Meg Whitman. She's really got a comprehensive plan. She's really thought these things through.